So when we started Rocana, we spent a lot of time talking about how we wanted to build a company, and what was most critical was actually hiring genuinely good people.
There's a lot of startup experience in the founding team, and so they did a great job of making it sort of a culture where you could just come in and do work and not have to worry about a lot of the interpersonal stuff. Talking about company culture is really important because we're a fully distributed company.
Our culture, this whole gig, is so different than a large structured organization. We're trying to build a different kind of company that innovates more quickly, and to do that, we have to empower groups of people. We have to break down boundaries, think across organizations.
What that brings is that we end up in a place where we have a lot more trust for one another because we know that we're being real. And conflict is okay. It's a good way to get to the answer that everyone or most people agree with.
When you take ego out of the equation, it makes everything a lot easier. Well, if you have a company full of nice people, those nice people then have an obligation to tell you when they don't like something.
People are very respectful. You can always disagree as long as you're respectful to others and respect their opinions. So we encourage disagreement, but at the end we commit and move on.
As a company, we're very inclusive. It's interesting, we don't have the kind of like old boys club culture. We're definitely a more modern culture. Everyone is very just nice and encouraging.
One of our tenets within our culture, be open to the idea of thinking outside the box. Be open to being transparent. Be open to be vulnerable and to accept criticism and to be open to give criticism. Be open to the idea that you may be wrong and actually be open to the idea that you may be right and speak up when the opportunity presents itself.
We're all very driven and passionate people, and I think at a startup company you have those types of folks that are relentless in pursuing that goal, and I think it's huge to have those types of people that are driven in that way.
For me, Rocana is actually a very, very special place, and I know lots of startups say the same thing, right? We're different because we're special. I really think the limits of our potential really reside within ourselves and trying to find our way to break through that. There's not a team that I'd rather be with to try to accomplish that than this team right here.